Welcome all. Today's top breaking news with Gitanjali from Bayan Times. Somu Virraju is BJP's new Andhra Pradesh chief. MLC Somu Virraju has been appointed as the new chief of the BJP's Andhra Pradesh unit. Virraju, hailing from the Kapu community, replaces senior politician Kanna Lakshmi Narayana, who held the position since March 2018. BJP National President JP Nadda announced the appointment of Virraju. Sources said Lakshmi Narayana's recent letter to the governor requesting him to reject the bills sent by the state on setting up three capitals attracted the ire of the party high command. Sources also said the party wanted an ideologically committed leader to lead and strengthen the party from the grassroots. NAD flyover to be thrown open partially to traffic. The Rs 113 crore flyover, which is under construction at NAD junction, will be partially thrown open to traffic here on Tuesday. Traffic will be allowed on flyover arm from airport to Naval Science and Technological Laboratory NSTL from Tuesday. Another arm from NAD junction to Gopalpatnam will be thrown open to traffic on August 15. The partial inauguration of the flyover will ease traffic congestion on the route. Municipal Administration Minister Bocha Satyanarayana, along with Tourism Minister Muttam Sethi Srinivasa Rao, Vishakhapatnam Metro Region Development Authority Commissioner P. Koteshwara Rao, and GVMC Commissioner G. Srijana inspected the flyover works. Trial run on flyover from airport to NSTL was over and it will be thrown open to regular traffic from Tuesday. Four arms of the flyover, airport to NSTL, NSTL to airport, Gopalpatnam to 104 area, and 104 area to Gopalpatnam will culminate at the circle where the work on pillars was going on. The flyover works resumed from May 21 following the permission given for resuming projects. As coronavirus cases cross 1 lakh mark in Andhra Pradesh, Naidu-Jagan government blame each other. Andhra Pradesh opposition leader Chandrababu Naidu has launched an attack on the Jagan government as coronavirus cases in the state cross the 1 lakh mark while death toll too is on the rise. Former CM Chandrababu Naidu has said the YSRCP government led by Jagan Mohan Reddy has abandoned the people. Naidu on Tuesday blamed the ruling YSRCP leaders for washing their hands of the people's problems as coronavirus spread turned unmanageable in Andhra Pradesh. TDP has blamed the non-serious and irresponsible statements of the chief minister and ministers and the ruling party MLAs for the situation going out of hand. Naidu said that the government must note how many hours of virus remains on the bodies of those killed by COVID-19. After the bodies become virus-free, the last rites should be performed with due respect. YS Jagannath Reddy government has been doing its best to contain coronavirus while Chandrababu Naidu has been busy scaring people with his irresponsible remarks, unmindful of the fact that healthcare had taken back a seat during his term, said Deputy Chief Minister and Minister for Health and Family Welfare Alaya Kalikrishna Srinivas. Data on private beds availability for COVID-19 treatment in Telangana released. Around 1,465 beds are available in private and 6,204 beds in government facilities exclusively for COVID-19 treatment. For the first time in the 150-day-long pandemic, the state government notified the beds availability in private hospitals. Prior to this, persistently, there was an impression that beds were unavailable in private facilities, forcing people to make out of multiple hospitals over the day to admit the ailing. However, with the provision of this data, the public, which is largely dependent in private healthcare, would be benefited. On the whole, private facilities are giving 4,497 beds. The data of private hospitals is essentially from the tri-urban districts of Telangana, Rangareddy, Medchal, Markazgiri, and Hyderabad. Of the 55 private hospitals deployed in fight on COVID-19, 1 each are from Warangal and Karimnagar, rest all from 3 urban districts. COVID-19. Telangana crosses 57,000 cases mark, Warangal urban emerging as red zone. Telangana reported 1,610 new cases of COVID 19 and 9 reported deaths as per Tuesday's medical bulletin. With this, the statewide number of cases is now 57,142 coronavirus cases. Some concerning facts about the way the virus has claimed lives in the state have emerged. As per the available data, 46.13% of 480 COVID 19 deaths in Telangana had no comorbidities, showcasing a different side from what was popularly known that only those with comorbid conditions can succumb. The rest 53.87% had comorbidities and died due to associated COVID 19. The day's bulletin also puts out some interesting data on the age of the patients affected. Women in age group of 21 to 30 most susceptible to catching the virus, with 7.9% cases of COVID 19 in women being reported from that bracket. For men, the most affected age group is 31 to 40 years, with 17.7% of all affected being in that age group. On the whole, men constituted 65.6% of all COVID 19 infected, rest being women. Corona count breaches 1 lakh mark in Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh COVID 19 tally crossed 1 lakh mark with 6,051 new cases recorded in last 24 hours. Since the first positive case was reported in Nellore on March 12, it took more than 4 months, to be precise, on July 20 to cross the 50,000 mark and just 7 days to reach the 1 lakh mark. The total number of cases now stands at 1,03,249. The silver lining, however, is 49,558 persons were discharged and the active cases stands at 51,701. With the state government focusing on reducing deaths due to the virus, the mortality rate in the state stood at 1.06%, far better than national average of 2.28%. The worrying factor, however, is the positivity rate, which stands at 6.07%. This is attributed to the high number of tests being conducted in the state. With 16,86,446 tests so far, the state stands fourth among the states in the number of tests conducted. In the last 24 hours ending Monday, of the 43,127 tests, 6,051 persons tested positive. Hyderabad-based biotechnologist Dr. B.S. Bajaj passes away at 93. Prominent Hyderabad-based biotechnologist Dr. B.S. Bajaj passed away on Tuesday. He was 93. Bajaj worked tirelessly to make Genome Valley and BioAsia a reality. Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao recalled the services rendered by Bajaj as founder and Secretary General of Federation of Asian Biotech Associations (FEBA). Rao recalled that in BioAsia 2019, Bajaj was given the Lifetime Achievement Award. The Chief Minister conveyed heartfelt condolences to the member of bereaved family. Bajaj ensured industry-academia interface and helped formulate the first biotech policy of Telangana that paved the way for the growth of Genome Valley and BioAsia as an annual event to showcase it. His presence would be greatly missed. Deepest condolences, said BP Acharya, MCRHRD, Institute Director General and Patron of FABA. Telangana committed to welfare of farmers, Gangula Kamlakar. BC Welfare and Civil Supplies Minister Gangula Kamlakar on Tuesday reiterated that the state government was working for the welfare of farmers in the state. Speaking after laying the foundation of Raitu Vedika at Garepalli of Sultanabad Mandal, the minister said Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao had taken up a number of schemes for the welfare of farmers and basic facilities such as electricity and water are being provided in a big way. A permanent solution for water scarcity has been found by constructing irrigation projects. Now, water is being supplied to tail end areas too, he said. Besides supplying 24 hours power, seeds and fertilizers have also been provided within the time without giving any troubles to farmers. Telangana was the only government which was providing Rs 10,000 financial assistance per acre under Raitu Bandhu, he said. Despite financial crisis developed in the state due to coronavirus pandemic, The government has released rupees 7,200 crore to Raitu Bandhu amount, minister added. Andhra Pradesh to add another 1,000 ventilators soon. Andhra Pradesh is ahead in the fight against COVID 19 when compared to other states, and the government is focused on increasing ICU bed strength to face any emergency, said Alla Kali Krishna Srinivas, Deputy Chief Minister and Minister of Health and Family Welfare. Nani said 138 COVID 19 hospitals have bolstered their ICU bed strength to 4,300. Around 17,370 non ICU beds are available to quarantine patients, he said. We are focusing on critical cases which need ventilation. At present, we have 1,513 ventilators in the state. We have ordered another 1,000 ventilators. This move will help us provide better care for high risk patients, the minister said. Varvara Rao's family seek info from Maharashtra minister. Worried over not having received any information from Nanavati Hospital for the past 12 days, revolutionary poet Varvara Rao's family wrote a letter to Maharashtra Home Minister requesting him to direct either Taloja Jail authorities or Nanavati Hospital to provide regular updates on Rao's health. The letter stated that questions on the impact of COVID 19 on Rao's health have remained unanswered. From the time he was shifted out of jail to the hospital, the only official information provided to the family was that he had tested positive. With this, we conclude with our today's news headlines. For more such latest news and updates, like, share, and subscribe Pi and Times.